And we're live. I'm joking. We are, though we are, like, it
recording?
is recording, yeah. So.
Okay.
So. Here's how it's gonna work. We are ranking all of the maps, the Call of Duty Zombies maps. Do you have something called Call of Duty Zombies all map tier list maker up? Or are you not going to have it on your screen?
I'm not doing it on my screen.
Alright, then I'm just doing it on my screen. Okay, first, these are in random order.
I don't even wait, hold up. Is that like a thing you can open on your browser?
Listen! I don't know. These are in random order, but I'm doing them in order and then just gonna go through all of them. So, first things first.
Okay, first, are we going to do all the zombies maps, or are we doing it from one specific Call of Duty?
We're doing all of the Treyarch zombies. Which is like Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Cold War.
Infinite Warfare.
Not Infinite Warfare. Those aren't Treyarch. No. Those are yucky.
No, that's right. It's Activision.
Those are Activision. Those are racist.
Those are television.
Racist.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hold up. What did you call it?
Racist.
Black Ops zombie map maker upper.
What the hell? No. Oh my god, dude.
It was like Black Ops zombie map.
Call of Duty Zombies all maps tier list maker. You imbecile.
Call of Duty.
Alright. I'm gonna make another tier. I'm gonna make a couple other tiers actually.
So it's you said
Pink is gonna be,
so it's just tier maker.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Pink is gonna be best. Pink is gonna be best. And then there will be two under F, which are worst and non-applicable, and worst will be blue. Even though I like blue, I like blue. Don't get me wrong; it's one of my favorite colors. But as of descending order, blue is the lowest. So. And then non-applicable will just be like black or white or gray or whatever. Not a neutral color. Worst in history. And it'll be blue. And then,
there's only, I think, 3 of these maps that I haven't really messed with.
What are the maps they haven't? Wait, only 3. Oh, in Treyarch.
Dead Ice.
And yeah. 8. You can't really see that.
Dead Ice. I don't think I've messed with Ancient Evil.
You haven't?
And then
what?
No.
Ancient Evil is a good one.
It was either 9 or 5. No, I've played 5.
All right, so.
No, I've never messed with 9.
Here's the ranking. Best, S, A, B, C, F, worst. We are not picking best until we have ranked all of them. Okay? And we're not picking worst until we will rank all of them. Because I don't want to be unfair. So first off, we're doing all the Noctur on Totens.
I'm telling you this right now. Der Eyes and Drake is immediate A tier.
No shit. Der Eyes and Drake is a great map. Noctur on Toten.
It's a good starter map.
Very good starter map, yes.
And it's a great map even from the beginning of the Call of Duty series, the Call of Duty zombie maps.
Oh yeah, it's
So it is one of, if not the most memorable.
it paved the way, and for that alone, it's at least a B. For
Yes, my as good of a map as I think it is, personally, I think it's also a bit too small.
it is.
It's only like 4 or 5 rooms.
Yeah, it is. It is like the downstairs. Then you get to the box room. There's an upstairs room, and then there's a room behind that where you camp, and that's it. That's the whole layout.
And then and then there's also the stairway, which you can go up to get to the top area.
Yeah, yeah.
There is the main the room that you start in, box room, room that really doesn't have any use other than getting to camp room, and then there's also a door to the stairway that goes between bottom and camp area, starter and camp area. But that's only if you're planning on training the zombies, which honestly you're probably not going to do in such a small map.
I mean, I like every single map in the in Black Ops 1 was like a trailblazer. Or not Black Ops 1, World at War was like a trailblazer for something specific. Nocturne Toten first ever map, Verrucht had perks, and we'll get more into that later. And then Shino Numa, Wonder Weapon, and then last but very much not least, Der Riese had Der Riese had the Pack-a-Punch. But I will say,
it's funny because I've never played Der Riese.
I will say we are going to be ranking the Giant and Der Riese, but we're not going to be ranking like Nocturne Toten and Nocturne Toten BO1. That's because we're taking story into account for one, and we're taking I just noticed there's no T in this Toten. We're taking story in for one, and we're, there are some that are just literal remakes. Like the BO1 and the BO3 Nocturne Toten are just Nocturne Toten. But the Giant and Der Riese, even though their loadout is the same, their story is drastically different. So they're probably going to be ranked right up next to each other, but little bit of bonus points for, for story. Because I, for one, have a good understanding, I'm not going to say perfect, good understanding of the Black Ops story, and I want to do it justice because it is a really interesting story. Therefore, I think Nocturne Toten should go in A tier.
I still think it's B tier just because it's a good map. I just still think it's a bit too small. It's such a memorable map, but not everybody remembers it for its size.
I'm gonna put it in B tier because I shouldn't. The more I think about it, I shouldn't let beginner's bias, because I was going it's the first map, it's the first ever map, cut it some slack. But if we're not cutting slack,
it's one of the first ever maps.
It is. I am cutting it some slack with that. If it didn't have that, it wouldn't be F tier because there are some stinky doo-doo maps, but it would be C tier if it wasn't the first map. But since it's the 4 maps,
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La is not as bad as some of the later ones. I have rants about some of the Black Ops 4 ones. Dead of the Night. I love Dead of the Night with all my heart, but that is it's like drinking piss water. It's awful. It is awful.
Straight hot dog water.
All right. Next is Verrucht. Verrucht. We gotta. Verrucht is historically the hardest map. Just the hardest map.
I'd say
because of the loadout.
I think
it did add, however, it did add the concept of power. It did add the concept of.
Yes, it did.
And that is a mainstay for especially Black Ops World at War and Black Ops 1, like, there are voice lines from Dempsey that are just around like, oh, what a big surprise, we gotta turn on the power. And turning on the power has been such a huge, like, objective. Like, when you're drop in there, turn on the power, then mess with Pack-a-Punch. That's your objectives. And Verrucht...
I'm trying to remember Dempsey's line. It smells like what was it? It smells like moldy cheese dipped in cat piss.
Fermented herring dipped in cat
right.
piss. That's a good line. I think Verrucht is A tier.
Amazing line.
I'm biased towards World at War. I have a lot of nostalgia. C tier. Why would you say C tier? Because it's too hard?
No, it's not because... Well, I mean, that would add to it. I think mostly because the difficulty, yes, it adds to it, but it's also... The whole thing can end up being a very... Well, as the name kind of says, it can be a crazy experience. It can be confusing. It can... Like, it is definitely not for the faint of heart. I'm going mostly with how fun it would be for, like, new people and veterans at the same time.
You have a
really
point.
Fun for veterans, but new players or new...
Yeah, and you gotta think, for a second Zombies map...
Real hard time.
For a second Zombies map, it is, like, balls to the wall hard. Like, World at War is unforgiving compared to... except Shino Numa, we'll get into that next, but... World at War is unforgiving as hell. So, I want to put it higher than C, though. Because I think... I'll put it in C. Because I think I'm having some leeway because these are the building bricks. Like, these are the building bricks.
in B, but behind Noct.
I don't... sure. Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that placing. The main reason I wanted it so high is because it introduced perks, and perks are, like, phenomenal. Just power and perks as a concept are insane. They changed the way Zombies was formatted. They made it... The mystery box and the power made it stand out from every other zombie game. That and round base. It's a bunch of things. But, like... It's nothing to overlook. Alright, next we got,
Shino Numa. One of, if not my favorite original Call of Duty Black Ops zombie map.
I like Durice, but that's because Catwalk.
I've never played on Durice.
Have you played the Giant? The Giant is Durice.
Is it just the same?
The Giant is Durice. Like, literally, Durice means the Giant.
Okay, so it's just the Giant.
Yeah. But the reason... Durice came first ever Pack-a-Punch. But we'll get into that later. First, Shino Numa.
Yes, World at War favorite map. Personally...
Where the hell
I don't want to put it too high.
There it is.
Because the Pack-a-Punch, not Pack-a-Punch, the Wonder Weapon, if you don't know how to get it, it's very confusing.
The lowest I'm letting it be is A, and that's because it gave us the Ultimus crew, which is Richtofen, Takio, Dempsey, and Nikolai. Which are, like, the main characters in Zombies, and the best crew we've ever had. Like, I really like the Mob of the Dead crew, especially Al, is amazing. They're definitely second best just because of Al. But the main Zombies crew, Tank Dempsey, Edward Richtofen, Takio, God, I forgot his last name, and Nikolai Belensky are just... They are just so near and dear to me that the lowest I could possibly ever put this is A, because this map gave us them. We wouldn't have any of the And we wouldn't have 90% of the funny voice lines if it wasn't for them. We wouldn't have any of the character, any of the story. This is where it started. This is where they met. This is it. And just for that, A tier.
Well, because I technically haven't played Darius, I don't think I should have much of a say in it, even if it is just the original giant map.
Starting off strong, I'm putting it in A tier because it introduced power. It had a little hide and seek Easter egg, golden gun, and catwalk. Not introduce power, introduce Pack-a-Punch. That's what I mean. So yeah, I'm putting it. Darius, you go in A tier. We gotta get quicker. This is gonna be like a 5-hour video, but there's a lot to break the ice on the older ones. So, plus we're gonna have to describe the story in later ones. So, next is the one I've been dreading because I don't like this map, but everyone likes this map. Kino der Toten. Now, I think as a map, this is classic, this is fun, this is great, but this, to me, has... It's not really... The story hasn't really kicked off yet. The story really kicks off with Easter eggs when you go to Ascension. Ascension is the first Easter egg. Ascension is going up high. But Kino, I personally will allow it to be S tier. But if this was my ranking, just on my own, I want to say it would be C tier. And I hate to say that, but it would be C tier.
Hold up.
Call me crazy.
Dude, alright, call me crazy, but doesn't the picture for 9 look a lot like the Assassin's Creed Odyssey intro?
Have you ever played 9?
No, I have not.
It's fucking awesome, dude. It is the best Black Ops 4 map.
I
like a lot of Black Ops 4 maps, but like it is probably the best, especially because instead of like the perks, you have the totems, and like they're each represented by a god. Like you have to find the statue of Zeus, Odin, Ra, or Danu.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I remember the 9. It was in Black Ops 4.
Yeah, we'll get to them when we get to them. That's because I can go on like an hour rant about Origins alone. But like seriously, I
don't remember which game Buried was from. Wasn't it?
Buried is the last Victus map in 2.
In 2?
Yeah. I will get into like the stories, but right now we're with the Ultimus crew. That's our crew. All right. Kino der Toten, where do you want to put it? Because I said it's up to you. I have bias towards this map because this was the map that when Black Ops 1 came out with, this was the map I played for a month straight, got tired of it. My friends were like, hey, we should play Kino. Hey, we should play Kino. I want to play a map with something else. I want to play a map with a little spice. But I do think 115 is a bomb-ass song. Like, it's a good song.
Why is Skyrise there? No. Alright. I personally think Kino should be at least B tier.
Is that as high?
The reason why...
Be honest.
That's
like, what rank do you think it should go in? Because, personally, I think for the community and for, like, its iconography, whatever, I think it should be S tier. But my personal opinion of it is low. But I think, disregarding bias, it's S tier.
Looking at it through rose-colored glasses, I personally see it as S tier. I personally see it as S tier. However, there are many faults with it if I look at it from another point of view.
From like an objective point of view, it doesn't have an Easter
Yes.
egg. It doesn't have a it has the thunder
I
gun.
mean,
I was gonna say it doesn't have
yeah,
a cool
the
wonder weapon,
only
but what's cooler than the friggin' thunder gun, dude?
Zeus cannon.
The Zeus cannon is the thunder gun. It does like
I
aesthetically
know
the thunder
it's
gun
a
is
better version.
okay, but like just
I'd put it in A tier.
A tier. I'm good with that. Kino, thank you for the memories. I may not like you, but you're still dear to me. Alright, next map. 5! I love this map.
Ooh, Nixon 5.
5. Oh my god, 5.
Immediate A tier for me.
Yeah, A tier.
Just because it's such a it's
There's some S's coming.
that was one of my favorite maps.
Oh my god,
honestly.
just like the idea of shooting zombies as JFK just really got my rocks off for like no reason. For
Dude,
no
I don't know
discernible
why,
reason.
but it was just the idea of either shooting zombies as a mad scientist or as Richard Nixon.
Oh yeah.
Those were my two favorite people to kill zombies as, and I would actively restart the entire map if I didn't get Richard Nixon.
Yeah, that's something I did too. I would restart the map over and over again until I got like JFK or Dick Nixon. It's because like they have awesome lines. They have awesome lines. There's no bad character in 5, but they have awesome lines. It's just such a cool concept for a map. Yeah, A tier.
Who was the scientist?
Who was the scientist?
What was it? I know that all
Nick
the characters
Manera.
in 5 were
Oh my god, I forgot Fidel Castro was a playable character in 5. Fidel Castro, the milkman himself.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Yeah, this high A. Look, I'm not putting it S tier because there's some maps that are like genuinely like mind breaking, mind shreddingly good, like Shadows of Evil, Origins, and Mob of the Dead. But it deserves high. It deserves high. I do like Revelations.
Really fun map.
All right. Next, Ascension.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Ascension.
It's
First Easter
a big
egg.
map.
That's something to give it. Big map. Monkeys suck. Monkeys suck
I
so
think-
hard.
I think if I remember correctly, this is the I think it's the third biggest map in all of the games.
That sounds a little
No,
untrue
it
because
might be
it is
fifth.
big, but like
It is
it
a
is
massive
really
one. It's
big.
got
But like
so many doors.
there are some maps like Mob of the Dead is really big.
I don't doubt that.
Moon is pretty big, not as big, but big. You see,
Transit is pretty big.
Transit is
That's
big
if
if you
that's-
count like the
That's
fog
if you're-
areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, other than being the first one, also I want to say that a lot of them did have like new perks get put in them. Like a map that came out would like have a new perk like Deadshot or Mule Kick. This one I think was PhD. And if you don't know PhD Flopper, we probably should do like a perk ranking one day. But PhD Flopper was what we had before we had Danger Closest, the Gobblegum, and then they brought it back later. But PhD was no splash damage from explosive weapons, and you can prone, like jump and prone, and it'll make like a grenade go off.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What its usage was, you could spray with the ray gun and not get hurt, and it would
That's
be insane. Like
awesome.
you could get to round Also, Ascension has the
well,
best training area of any map, to where it's the easiest map to get to round 100 on. And people have done it. People have done, like, I want to get to round 100 on Ascension, and then they go there. And they can. So, Ascension is good.
It is.
What I'm doing is, since there's so little bad maps, C is meh, B is okay, A is good,
Ascension.
S is great, best and worst are best and worst, and F is bad. So far, there have not been a bad.
In B.
B?
Yeah, it's good.
I got it. Yeah,
But
I agree with B.
there are some problems. Like the doors, there's just too many.
There are a bit too many doors.
It's a big map, and too many doors makes it even more confusing.
Call of the Dead! Call of the Dead! Oh my god! The one that has actors instead of characters, and George Romero is the boss zombie.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bit of a silly map. It's a Black Ops 1, like, concept map. It wasn't really important to the story. Black Ops 4, Tag der Toten, made it a good bit more important to the story. Except it did have a lot to do with the Richthofen's Golden Rod, which was a whole big thing in one. It was, like, so that they could go to the moon. It was this whole big thing. Call of the Dead is like one of those joke maps that you play with friends when you're tired of trying Easter eggs. There was an Easter egg with it. Don't get me wrong. There was an Easter egg with Call of the Dead. But it wasn't nearly as important as, like... It was basically just giving the rod to allow Richthofen to get it. Getting it in a position to allow Richthofen to get it. So, as a map... cool map layout, like the freezing Arctic. I think it was like Russia or something. Lighthouse was cool. Not really much to say about it though, unfortunately. I put it in C. I like it. Wait. Something else to say. It added Deadshot Daiquiri, which is by far the most average perk of them all. Like, by far
the most useful and useless.
Like, it is
of all.
It is a 5 out of 10, 50 out of 100, 500 out of 1,000, middle of the road. It is the most average thing in the game.
Aimbot. It gives you aimbot. But would you rather have that or Juggernog?
Yeah, exactly. Like, would you rather have to move your mouse or your joystick up an inch, or have double health?
Just think that.
Like, think of it. Like, but get double health. It's just, there are so many more useful. I get that in Black Ops 1, double tap wasn't as good as it was. Like, double tap was just increased fire rate. But still, double tap 1 is still, like, better than that.
Okay. That makes... I think double tap 1, while it was good, I think because Deadshot Daiquiri technically did make it so that you did basically double damage. I think that would make it just slightly better.
That's a little bit generous. That's a little bit.
The reason why I say double damage is because headshots made it do, like, I think it was double damage.
Yeah, but you still can get headshots, and a lot of the I think C tier.
It only made it slightly better.
Yeah, slightly better.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a C tier. It's a C tier. I'm doing that just off of Deadshot Daiquiri. Because I haven't really touched the map.
Well, next.
Transit.
next is not transit. We still have
Really?
the absolute majesty that is fucking Shangri-La.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Shangri-La. Here's the thing with Shangri-La.
The beauty of the map.
The absolute
beautiful map.
unit of very possibly the first F tier.
Dude.
I'll put it in C.
Yeah.
Shangri-La is a good one.
It's a
Important to the story.
It's a beautiful
the
map.
Wonder Weapon is incredible, and it's a beautiful map. But goddamn, is the Easter egg not hard? That and the napalm and screecher zombies are not as. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of adding a D tier.
I think of it as a D tier just because it doesn't feel the same for the later game.
I am gonna add
it. Doesn't feel the same for Black Ops 3.
I am gonna add a D tier. Delete row. Yeah, I'll put it in D tier. D tier is bad but not awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good but not good. It's bad but not bad.
I'm gonna put
C is middle of the road. D is just a little bit worse than C.
I'm making this lime green and then F green. F is green.
I love it. I love Shangri-La to like.
Yeah, that looks good. Moon.
But yes, A tier.
Moon. Fuck no.
The pain is worth A tier.
The pain. Oh wait, A tier. I forgot about the Easter egg for Moon, where like Richtofen switches bodies with a little girl. That's so weird, but like super fun fact to bring into conversation when you're explaining zombies for the first time. Like, okay, so this Nazi doctor, he gets into this little girl's body, and then you have to rephrase it like 6 times, so it's not weird.
Not really. Well, it all depends on which Richtofen you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, this is Ultimus Richtofen, so this is the weird, like, creepy Richtofen who would, like, lick Nikolai's ear whenever Nikolai's not looking. Please do not, no! Just, like, licks the creases in between. What? Why are we fucking talking? Okay, next!
If we can.
Are we ranking the, Are we ranking the non-canonical maps? Like, Bus Depot, Farm Town?
No, I don't think so, because technically those are all a part of Transit.
Yes, they are all part of Transit.
So, in all, it would be Transit.
Yes.
Although, no matter how you look at it, the Fire Pit in Bus Depot is one of the best ray gun farm spots. Like, is one of the best point farms that you can get with the ray gun. It's beautiful. All right. But no, we're not doing what is technically non-canonical, even though it is a part of a bigger map. So, yeah.
All right, I got all mine together. Also, something I've noticed is that there's not a.
I don't remember where BOTD goes.
Oh, after 9, before classified. Alright, I have all mine in order. Transit!
I don't have classified.
Oh,
Wait,
the memories!
Don't have classified.
You don't have classified?
I don't have classified on mine.
You don't have classified on mine. Holy shit.
I
Classified
don't
is
have
a
classified on mine.
BO4 map. How do you not have classified?
I just don't.
Misinput. Misinput. Uh,
I I have Voyage of Despair,
Voyage
but
9,
that's not it.
Blood of the Dead, Classified, Dead of Night, Ancient Evil, Alpha Omega Togderton. That's Black Ops 4. Oh my
Hmm?
god. Okay. We'll get to that problem when we get to it, I fucking guess. What else am I supposed to say, dude? Okay, transit.
I
Non-applicable is so fucking big. Uh, transit.
I'd put it in the worth willing to eat shit just as long as I get the ray gun tier.
What the fuck tier is that?
C tier.
What the fuck? C tier transit. Okay, memories are impeccable, but it is an ass map. It is like an awful map.
Memories are horrible, but I love the map.
I love my
Fucking
memories with the
monkeys.
map. I hate the map so bad. I hate it. I would rather die than like than have zo- than have that be our only zombies map. Not
Dude,
applicable.
like,
This entire tier is just why is this why are there so many in this tier? Well, because I made the rules, bitch. Nuketown! Yay! Nuketown! Yay!
wait, you have Nuketown? I don't.
Nuketown. Fuck you. I Okay,
But
Nuketown. Black
but
Ops 2
I will say
Nuketown.
that I will say that Black Ops 2 Nuketown would be a B tier. It's a
Okay.
good map.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
fond
I'm
memories
not
of it.
being okay.
It's
Die
just kind of
Rise.
small.
F.
Die Rise.
You
I'd
sit your
put it
little ass in F.
no
Fuck you,
no
Die Rise.
S
Fuck you,
S.
Die Rise. No! No, we're not doing this, okay? Who's Who does not make up the absolute worst perk ever, does not make up for the absolute worst map ever with a pretty cool but now nerfed Wonder Weapon. If they would have kept the Wonder Weapon as badass as it was, the Slicklifier, I would have put it one up, but it's not, and it's going in F. Alright, Buried. I'm
Uh,
doing Buried before Mob of the Dead.
I'm dude. I'm telling you this right now.
Buried is
Die
a
Rise
Victus.
for me is either a D or a C.
It's F for me. Die Rise is
Yeah,
is the slip and fall map.
it's the slip and slide map, and I love it.
Fuck you. Anyway, Buried. Okay, Buried I really like. I really like Buried. It's like the funnest Victus map. It's the easiest, it's the funnest. The Wonder Weapon is cool, the Witch system is cool. Not really an S tier, A tier for me. I love the like closing music. I haven't mentioned that on any of these other ones. That's because they're all good, but none of them are like as iconic as like Buried. Wow, wow, bam, 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 bam. I'm not gonna do it, but you get the gist.
I'm not sure on which one to put it in.
I'm putting it in A for mine.
I have very fond memories of it, but I also have very hated memories of it.
The next fucking 3 on this list, I swear to God.
So I'm putting it in B.
The next fucking 3 on this list are insane. Mob of the Dead, Origins, and Shadows of Evil. Oh my God. Mob of the Dead.
Wait, we're putting Origins before Shadows of Evil.
Origins is before Shadows of Evil.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like,
Technically, Origins. If you think about it, Origins is technically before all of these. If we're going by story,
we're not going by story. We're going by the fact that Origins came out in Black Ops 2 and Shadows of Evil was the first Black Ops 3 map.
oh yeah,
You forgot?
I forgot.
Origins is a remaster in Black Ops 3.
I forgot.
It's fine. Alright, Mob of the
All right.
Dead
Well,
is S tier. First S tier for me. Very possibly gonna be the best. So,
I don't think I've really ever touched Mob of the Dead.
It's the best one to have, like, it's a secluded story by itself, but, like, there's so many mechanics, so much things, it's hard to explain how good it is. But I'm gonna try.
Is there any funny lines?
Yes.
How many?
A good bit.
Alright, I'm putting it in A tier then.
Alright. But yeah, it's just like, it's the best story. Also, I like how there's multiple endings. Origins. S tier. Yeah, S tier. S tier.
I don't think I need to explain why.
Make the bet. It really doesn't. It's just definitively peak zombies. S tier is.
But then again, that is also no matter how you look at it, it'll always be through rose-colored glasses.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. All right. All of Black Ops 3 maps are good. Black Ops 3 is the most solid Black Ops. Like, there are none of these that fall off.
I don't know. Zetsubo kind of falls off a little bit.
Shadows of Evil, S tier. Great mix of mob and origin mechanics. I'm putting it in S.
I'll give it A.
The Giant. I'm going to go more into detail about both of these. The Giant, reskin of Derice, minus points there. The Giant is a B tier.
Yeah.
All right. My explanation for Shadows of Evil is that Shadows of Evil is like has a fun cast of characters, really good mechanics. It's a good way of mixing Origins Generators mechanic with the rituals and Mob of the Dead's ghost mechanic with the beast. It's just really, really good. If you want me to go more in depth of Mob of the Dead, I would research it or just play it yourself. But in Mob of the Dead, there was this thing where all of the characters could kill themselves, and when they die, they don't actually die. They turn into a ghost, and they're a ghost for a limited amount of time till they can revive themselves. And you had to become a ghost to unlock certain things and to power certain things. And it was such a cool mechanic. And it's reused in the Beast mode, but differently, and the Beast mode doesn't do it right or wrong. It does it right. It doesn't do it any worse or better, but it does it different. And that's acknowledgeable. It's not just Ghost Mode 2.0. Beast Mode, you can also, like, in Beast Mode, the difference between them is there are different mechanics. It still has the electrocute, but Ghost Mode, you could, like, revive yourself, whereas Beast Mode, you can revive others, you can swing to the branches, and Ghost Mode, you can just jump really high. They're both great, both incredible examples of zombies maps, and both S tier. That is my argument.
Only reason why I wouldn't put Shadows of Evil into S tier is because they fucked up the Speed Cola.
Oh,
they fucked up the Speed Cola jingle.
Jingles. I'm not holding that much against it, but yeah, they did make it worse. They did make, and Double Tap.
I do like the Juggernaut.
Less iconic, but Double Tap, like, I do like the Jugger Tap. I do like Revive Soda, like, a lot. Or Quick Revive. It's called Revive Soda in the jingle, and it's such a banger.
It is. But still, I'm still upset about the stamina. No, Speed Cola.
Speed Cola speeds up your life. Yeah. Okay. Dur Eisendrake, you're gonna hate me. S tier.
Immediate S tier.
Yeah. Dur Eisendrake, the bows, incredible play off the stabs where it all starts as the same base weapon, but you can upgrade it, and through the upgrades, through the lengthy upgrades, you can choose it. That, and they're not just elemental. Two of them are, but they have different effects. Like, it's not the lightning stat bow, it's the storm bow, and it, like, spawns storms. It's not the fire bow, well, I'm pretty sure it is called the fire bow, but it makes, like, volcanoes and magma, and then the void and the wolf are so insanely cool. that they're just like they're not as iconic as the stabs, but they are done right and they're done well and they are awesome. All right.
They are. All right.
Zetsubo no
Favorite-
Shima.
Oh, I was about to say.
Continue.
We were going for Gorod. All right. Second to third favorite. Black Ops 3 Zombies map.
Gorod Krovi?
No, Gorod Krovi is my second.
Zetsubo no Shima is my favorite map in Black Ops 3 Zombies. I love the Wonder Weapon. I love the special weapon, the Skull of Non-Sapwe, how it like disintegrates or hypnotizes the zombies depending on how you use it. I love I love how you turn on the power, love how you get the Pack-a-Punch open by draining the water, and I absolutely love the spider waves. But it is A tier. And the reason it's A tier for me is because, unfortunately, the fucking Thrashers, dude. The Thrashers. The Thrashers are so awful that it's just so genuinely hard to play it like back to back, because the Thrashers, if they gave you like even just 100 points per one of their things, or like 500 per death, if you got points by killing them, it'd be alright. But they're like 4 per round, and they're almost as hard to kill as a Margwa, but way, 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 way less rewarding than a Margwa. And they can spread, and on top of that, they can grab you, insta-kill you. Margwas could insta-kill you. They could, like, steal health from other zombies to revive. They're just, like, to make... I don't hate them as a concept, but to make something that tedious with no reward, you belong in you belong in Verrückt. Okay, what do you got to say about it, John?
I was gonna say I like the Thrashers. They make it difficult, but also fun.
Fuck you, dude! No! No! They don't! They suck!
They added difficulty that most of the other maps, while Shadows of Evil does kind of have, they also make it so
the Margwas are perfect in Shadows of Evil.
It makes it so that you have, like, relief as soon as you kill the Thrasher.
Oh!
The Margwa, you feel like you have to kill the Margwa. The Thrasher, you feel like, you know...
The Thrashers also teleport. The Thrashers can dig through the ground and teleport.
Yeah.
The Margwas are fun. The Margwas are a fun challenge. The Thrashers suck, dude.
Hey. They have some of the coolest animations for moving I've seen. So shut up.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I didn't even go into the Panzer Soldat, but that's a lot of the reason why Origins are higher up, or Origins and Horizon Drake, because if you don't have a bow or a staff by the time the Panzer Soldat comes around,
or a rocket launcher,
you are like it adds you have not felt difficulty in zombies.
So difficult, especially because the Origins Panzer Soldat has a grappling hook.
Yeah, and then the
grabs you, pulls you in, and lights you on fire.
The taser on Horizon Drake that slows you down, that sucks. That sucks so hard, and it's awesome, and I love it, and it's a good challenge. And Thrashers suck. The end. Gorod Krovi.
All right. Well, I'm still thinking. Gorod Krovi, second favorite map that has been released from Black Ops 3.
Very difficult.
Just because
Easter
big
egg.
Flying lizard.
Very
big
difficult Easter egg. Cool aesthetic. I put A tier. I'm putting it in A tier.
I'd put it in S tier because big flying lizard.
I'm not being that generous toward it just because of the. No, actually.
It has.
God, that's so difficult. Bad map
one of
layout.
my favorite
Bad
boss
map
fights.
layout. In my opinion, bad map layout.
layout,
But
like very
cool
stark,
map
and it
aesthetic.
sucks.
With
But
the dragons and
but
like the downed Origins robot that is part of the map where you can get inside the like dead Origins robot. That's awesome.
it has one of the coolest, what is technically a boss fight. It has one of the coolest boss fights in any of the games.
Yeah.
And I mean any of them, even the ones that aren't made by Treyarch.
I will say in Shadows of Evil, the one downside is that the and not only Shadows of Evil, but also Revelations is that the boss fight with the Shadow Man sucks. Like it's
We
not
haven't
great.
done Revelations yet.
We haven't yet.
We
Revelations
were
is
just about
after
to do
this.
Revelations.
But like Shadow Man boss fight, like the ending boss fight for Zetsubo no Shima, the ending cutscene is so heartbreaking that that's what puts it so high up for me. But because like it's like Takio coming to terms with like his allegiance being false and realizing that the Emperor and who he strived to like protect and serve his entire life had thrown him under the bus just for doing the right thing. That was tragic. That was like a genuinely heartbreaking cutscene where like where the older Takio asked the younger Takio to kill himself, to kill Takio, like the older one. It is just it's like it's so hard to watch but also so captivating. But something I will say about Gorod Krovi is that it also has a lot of the heart, because when Nikolai asks the older Nikolai, Ultimus Nikolai, like when he confronts him, it isn't like initially violent like it is with Richtofen confronting himself. It's like I know what you lost. I know why you're doing this, but you have to stop, even though it's not right. And he like doesn't allow him to finish and attacks him, and he has to kill him. It's such a good cutscene that the only reason Gorod Krovi isn't S tier for me is because I don't like how difficult it is to navigate around the map. And that sullies a good bit of it. But other than that, very difficult Easter egg. Don't get me wrong. One of the hardest. Definitely worth it. The cutscene is incredible.
All right, Revelations. Trash opinion, but F tier.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's
Motherfucker.
Well, I guessed every single thing that was going to happen in Revelations.
I don't like Dr. Monty. But
Dr. Monty was the worst, and I repeat, the worst character in the entirety of the series.
Yeah.
And
that's
one of the few things that ruined Revelations.
I'm putting it in
one of the most predictable characters.
I'm putting it in S tier because it is the perfect ending to the ending with the time loop. In my opinion, I love it. I love like how it all lines up, and the fact that the statues were of the 4 characters, so it was 4 preceding it, and that the staves were wielded. The remakes of the staves were wielded by the original 4 people. I love it. I love the ending. I love the nods. I love how it ties everything together. I'm putting it in S tier. It's not the best map, but I'm putting it in S tier.
I just don't like it. It's that whole it's so predictable that even like a new player could guess every single line that Dr. Monty says.
I don't like that. I can't stand Dr. Monty. I agree. Like the intro Easter egg is not as good as like I really do love when they have like fully animated Easter eggs. That's awesome. Like the ending, and like the intro to Doris is the only reason why the intro to the Giant is the only reason why it's B and not C, is because it's just such an awesome intro. Same with Zetsubo, Gorod, Durize and Drake, and especially Origins. Origins has the best intro to any zombies map ever. And I will die on that hill. I may not die on that hill, actually. Because Mob of the Dead has my literal favorite song ever playing in its intro, which is Johnny Cash's Rusty Cage. When they break out and the guard they kill becomes a zombie. And then it just cuts in. It's so incredible. I love it. But Revelations doesn't have that, is the issue. Revelations has a lukewarm cutscene that's like, the thing is that he accidentally released him because he didn't really have a soul. Like, what the hell? Like, the ending cutscene is amazingly incredible, awesome, love it. Beginning cutscene is pretty bad. But I don't think it sullies the whole map.
The only thing that I like about Revelations is during, I think it's the ending cutscene, where one of the characters runs down the hall to the room with the children in it, and that kind of just rips out your heart.
Yes, that is sad. Something I like is that it balances easier with more difficult pretty well. Like, there are things it makes easier, and there are things that makes more difficult, which in turn doesn't make it too much easier, too much more difficult. Like, for one, it has a lot more boss zombies, but a lot more chance to get a wonder weapon from the box, and a lot more wonder weapons. Like, it has the thunder gun, the ray gun, the Rift E9, the Apothecon Servant, and the Dragon Shield.
It has all of the wonder weapon, the box wonder weapon from the box wonder weapons.
I
think, except for the Dragon Shield. The Dragon Shield is definitely not a box wonder weapon.
I don't want to stop seeing this ad. Ad was. I'm not interested in this ad. No, another ad. Screw it. Anyway, next. I like it. You don't like it. I respect your opinion. I see the flaws, and I do agree. But personally, I like it a lot. I love it.
You still enjoy it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I freaking love Revelations. It is like everything as a kid, like obsessed with zombies. It was everything I wanted in an ending. And I will say bias makes it pretty high up. Okay.
I will say though, one thing about the ending, I do like when they all go back to their like certain points, like how Nikolai went back to Gorod Krovi to be Ultima Nikolai.
Yes, that was pretty sad. And then there's like the ones that went to all the way back to be their original predating modern civilization back in the like ancient war themselves. That was my favorite part. That like them wielding the staves and stopping the evil last throughout time, and like these guys weren't just chosen out of random, they were chosen for a reason. That I really liked. Also, I really like how they're like it confirms that they're extinguished veterans during the like Ultimus. Something I like about Origins is that it confirms that they fought in World War I and not just World War II, which is why all of them are so, like, they're much older. Like, they're graying. A few of them are graying and older, but they're still soldiers, and they're fighting in World War II. And they're, like, older in World War II, and it, like, confirms that when they were young men, they still fought for their country, and I kind of like that. I think it was nice.
The thing is, I personally like in Origins when they actually meet up, and I'm talking about 3 Origins because I completely forgot that Origins was a 2 map. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if anything really changed.
That is the original cutscene.
But when they
Shepherd of Fire.
when they meet up, they all recognize each other without knowing each other.
It is like,
I think that just makes it perfect.
Yes, it does. And this explains why I love it. I will die on that hill. This time I actually mean it. Okay, moving on, because I don't want this to be like a 2-hour video. Voyage of Despair. Who?
I'd say D.
D?
D. It's a good map. I like it. It's based
not
off
a very
of
good
Titanic.
Map.
I like
the only reason it's not,
but
it's the only reason it's not F for me is because it has the Kraken, which is a badass wonder weapon, like the cannonball gun. Other than that, it's not a good one.
I like the map. I like that wonder weapon, and I just can't get behind it. I just can't get behind the whole them going back in time, going onto the Titanic, releasing an ancient evil onto the Titanic, but completely by accident, and then trying to fix it only to make it worse.
Yeah. I also think also just the what I forget what their crew is called, but like you have the Victus, Ultimus, Primus, which is like Primus is my favorite. Then Mob of the Dead, then Ultimus, then
5.
Then 5, then Victus, then Chaos, which is them. They're the worst. The old British guy is okay. The old British guy is meh. Scarlet is meh. Diego is annoying. And the French guy sucks.
The French guy at least.
I actually kind of like Scarlet okay, but she's like the common pretentious girl boss trope that you see in everything. If I get anyone, I want the British guy. A lot of times, like Diego is just such a douche.
The old British guy.
Yeah.
The old British guy. He's neat. The French guy, he has a funny line. Diego sucks. Scarlet.
That's racist. Well, Voyage of Despair is pretty low for me. Now, 9 is a surprisingly good map. I'm putting it in S tier.
I'm putting it A tier only because it's beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. I love the layout. The tank that's in the tank zombie can eat shit.
Oh yeah. I like the tiger waves.
The tank zombie is, in my opinion, both easy and hard. Which makes it annoying.
I like...
You can take it down with either a single shotgun blast or 12 shotgun blasts. There's no in between.
Here's what I have to say about it. Pros. Mythology, I'm a mythology nerd. I love how it ties into mythology. Not easy, but pretty good. Pretty fun to get Pack-a-Punch. Love the trials. Love the tiger waves. The boss zombies are okay. The Death of Orion as the wonder weapon is so cool. I mean, it's not like... It could have been cooler. like its shots could have
They
been
could've
cooler,
added more
but it
shots.
looks awesome. It's a good
Could
like
have also added more shots.
not as iconic as the Wonder Waff, not as detrimental as the Apothecan's Servant. Real good Wonder Weapon.
It's a good Wonder Weapon, but they could have added more shots to it. They just kind of made it a worse Thunder Gun.
Nah, I was gonna say Wonder Waff.
The Wonder Waff has a good amount of shots.
Oh, it has more shots than the Wonder Waff. It just doesn't do
does?
as much damage. Yeah, that's the issue.
It's
not an infinite damage
that it had...
Wonder Weapon. All the infinite damage Wonder Weapons have really, really low ammo, as opposed to the non-infinite ones, which have like normal gun amounts of
that
ammo.
The Death of Orion was.
That's why early game I'd rather not get the Thunder Gun. Because why would I? I mean, I'm still gonna be grateful. Oh, thank you, Zombie Jesus. But also,
I can't tell you. You remember last time when we were playing on Nox when I got the Thunder Cannon and launched that zombie through the doorway?
Yes. Yeah, that was really fun.
That shit.
That was awesome. Okay. I think 9 is great. If it wasn't for the cast, it'd be like almost as good as like not Origins or Mob, but it'd be like up there. Up there.
With their eyes and Drake.
It feels wrong. I'm gonna put it in A. It feels wrong.
Yeah.
Like I love it. It's the
close
best
with their eyes and
one
Drake.
in BO4, but like when it's like next to Shadows, Origins, and Mob, it looks like a kid in a trench coat next to 3 CIA operatives. It's weird.
It looks like someone that you could punt and they go flying.
Blood of the Dead, fuck you, go in F. Alright, Classified. Classified is...
No, hold up. Okay, first off, fuck you. I think it's at least B.
It's not... Okay, it's a bastardization of
like
what
it.
possibly may be the best map in Zombies history.
It is, and that's why it's B.
That, but not counting that, I'll put it in C. Best I'm gonna do it. I'll put it in C. It's just such a downgrade. Well, no, hold on.
It is a downgrade.
I'm thinking.
It's
okay.
one
Yeah.
of, it's basically a child version of one of the best maps.
No, I just remembered that in the Easter egg you meet Arlington's ghost, and he's like an albatross, and he helps you, and it's like really beautiful. And then the end cutscene, and then I remembered the end cutscene, and yeah, it's a good. If it wasn't, it would be. I want to say this, everybody listening. If it wasn't for the Easter egg, it would be F. It would be worse than Die Rise F. It is compared to Mob of the Dead. It's ass. It's like comparing. It is literally like comparing. Imagine if we didn't get Kino. For all you Kino lovers out there, that's just my example map of a map everyone loves, because let's be real, everyone does love it. Imagine if instead of getting Kino, we got like a reskin of like
I think
Verrucht.
Hold on, let me
what if we got it's so shit. It's shit. That's a bad example, but it's still shit.
It's the Giant compared to Derais.
Not even close. Because I can enjoy the Giant with while still thinking of.
It's a makeover.
However, yucky.
For the Kino people, think of it like Kino, but without any of the good features.
It's ass, is what he's saying.
Try playing Kino without the box.
Imagine, if you will, watching... the best example I could ever do. It's like, if Mob of the Dead was Teen Titans, Blood of the Dead is Teen Titans Go. That's the best way I could put it.
They have very similar comedy.
Fuck you. Classified.
That is it is it is a child's version of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a worse child's version. I am saying worse.
Right,
it is worse. I don't
I
like.
don't have classified.
It has no heart.
All that I have on here. All that I
Okay,
have on here is.
then I'll
Ancient
do
Evil and Dead of the
Classified.
Night.
Classified, you know what Classified is. It's the 5 remake.
Yeah.
Classified is good. It is fun. They remake the Winter's Howl to be a better Wonder Weapon, which it was one of the only things holding 5 back was the Winter's Howl. Pretty good. Not great.
Not S tier grade.
Because the Easter egg is like kind of just bad. Like to do it, it's bad.
Boring.
It takes you have to last like a certain amount of time, and it's just
Boring.
I like it. It's
still,
okay.
I'd still like if I had it. Yeah, I'd still put it in A with 5 because Wonder Weapon good, better.
It has the Classified crew. It does have a funny story, so I'll put it in B, not C. It's a good map. B is good.
Yeah.
Blood of the Dead goes in C, actually, because if B is good, Blood of the Dead is not good. Anyway, Dead of Night, I think, is F.
F?
Yeah, I think
Dead of Night can't understand why, because I don't think I've ever played it.
Okay, super hard to get the tuning forks, like the forks you're supposed to get. Really cool Wonder Weapon. That being like the ray gun, but it's a revolver. Can't remember the whole thing, but like all the people are kind of boring. The like butler being evil, the colonel being kind of cool, the detective meh, or like the show cowboy is actually pretty funny.
It's just a horrible version of it's just a horrible zombies version of Clue.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I like it, but just looking at a standpoint, it's pretty bad. Now,
it's like if you took the Clue game and made it more boring.
Yeah.
And worse.
Well, Ancient Evil. Let's do Ancient Evil. B.
It's middle of the road.
It is middle of the road. I think it's good. The only reason it ain't C is because I like the mythology bits. I'm a little bit biased towards the mythology bits.
I'd say C, like transit level C, just because it's fun. It has some fun moments for me. I just couldn't really get all behind it.
Alpha Omega is an F tier for me.
I don't have that.
Alpha Omega is the Nuketown reskin, but it's both.
It's the ungodly one. The one that Satan made himself just to be a piece of shit.
D tier, actually. I forgot they brought back Avogadro, which gave me like when they brought back Avogadro, it gave me like PTSD, and I love that. I love when something reminds me of trauma, so you get to go one higher. Tag der Toten. Bring back of the Victus crew. That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. It's alright. It's fine.
Middle.
It's fine.
Middle.
It's fine. Cool Wonder Weapon, I guess. Sorta. It's just
B.
Actually kind of shit. It's just like a Wonder Waff with a scope.
Barely breaking B.
It's C. For me, it's
barely
C.
breaking B.
Alright. Last but not least, Cold War Zombies, which this cannot be all of them. Holy shit. Cold War Zombies maps. There has to be more than this. Let's see what Wikipedia says here. Alright.
None of them are fun in my opinion.
None of them are great. I'll be real with you. So,
all of them are at most C tier, if not D.
Mauer der Toten. Let's just fire them off real quick. D Machine, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That is
C. It had some fun
It's C.
exploits that you could do.
Firebase Z is B. Forsaken is C.
D.
And Forsaken is D. I'll go D. And then Mauer der Toten is
F.
F. Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that.
Because it's fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put these in here. Yeah, we're not really huge fans of
Lightning
Cold War.
round.
Cold War is just kind of like
I like the campaign of Cold War.
yeah, but zombies really
Zombies map can eat ass.
they should have started something new after Black Ops 3 Zombies because the few bits of Black Ops 3 Zombies is really just tying up loose ends and making a new discentered story where fucking Medusa is the antagonist or some shit. Like, okay,
like,
whatever.
I feel
Do
like
that.
Division kind of had it right though.
They were kind of just like
They did
spiraling.
random one-off stories. They did random one-off stories.
The one-off stories are either really good when they tie in or really bad. Like Nuketown is pretty good. Nuketown is good.
Yeah.
But Mob of the Dead and Shadows of Evil and 5 are bangers. Are absolute bangers. Shadows of Evil ties in,
not
5
even
and Mob of the
Treyarch
Dead. Oh my
series.
god.
There is one where it's just like, I think it's like the radioactive beast or something like that. The
Let me
thing
see.
beneath the waves. I can't remember what it is.
The Beast from Beyond?
The Beast from... I think that's what it is.
Or Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Attack of the Radioactive Thing. That's what it was. That one was straight fucking godly. It was... It was so good. And not to mention, you were basically on a timer. That entire time as you're going through the waves, the creature, which is just a giant crab, is slowly moving towards the shore, and if you don't get there in time, it's basically like it sets off a nuke. It kills you.
Oh my god, dude.
It is so beautiful.
I just noticed how boring this would be to watch, like, and not just listen to. I don't know if we should upload this as a pod. No, I'm just gonna upload it. I also opened up OBS Studio, like, several times, like I'm doing it now, and they can see like the infinite fucking loop, like, into darkness, and I'm not gonna edit that out so people can see that the one thing I have ready to record is 7 Days to Die, because at this moment that's all I have. I opened it and I was like 2 seconds after I opened it I was like, wait a minute, hold on, this isn't a good thing.
Alright,
so last but not least, let's figure out the worst and let's figure out the best. So
worst, Dead of the Night.
Dead of the Night, really?
Yep, that's my opinion.
Worst, Dead of the Night.
Because
it's a one-off that doesn't really fit.
We both say that it sucks, so...
Best. Which is...
That's difficult, because it's either... For me, it's either Origins or Der Eisendrache. Because both of those are...
For me, it's Origins or
phenomenal.
Mob of the Dead.
For, like, both Origins and Der Eisendrache are both phenomenal. The only reason why I didn't say Gorod Krovi is because that's my second favorite, and Der Eisendrache is my favorite from Black Ops 3.
I'll say...
Technically.
I think Origins, because we both agree that it's probably one of the best. Mob of the Dead would be mine. If not otherwise... I do think Der Eisendrache is like up there. Like, if we were doing a number ranking, Der Eisendrache is top 5. Definitely. Even top 3, but could be even top 3, yeah. I'd say top 3, yeah. Number 3 for me. But Origins is just phenomenal.
It's just...
It's difficult.
It's just
I'll give you that. It's difficult. It's definitely difficult.
But like, no matter how you look at it, it is like the go-to thing for looking up like specialty weapons origins,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like the way you think of it is either you think of the stabs or you think of the ray gun or the thunder gun. You rarely think of the other things. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
I think of the
the
Wonderwaff a lot too, but like
Wonderwaff is a beautiful gun. I will say that right now.
I actually
But
think because Wonderwaff
the limelight
predates
that it gets.
Thundergun.
Go ahead.
Wonderwaff was the first like wonder weapon, like first real wonder
Yeah,
weapon other than the ray gun.
yeah. However, as much of the limelight as the Wonderwaff gets, not all of it's deserved.
Mm.
It is extremely broken, and it's almost always a one-shot kill for any zombies, which kind of makes it a little bit boring.
That so is Thundergun.
Especially Thundergun doesn't have infinite damage though.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
I'm I'm telling you this right now. If you take one of those, like if you were to get a Thunder Gun in Origins, and which is very very unlikely.
Which
If you
is
were to get a Thunder
actually
Gun in
not
Origins,
possible.
yeah, not possible. You would you would not be able to one shot the Panzers. Just just like insta kill, it has a specified amount of damage that it does, and specified amount that increases. Insta kill, yeah, you'd be able to one shot basically anything, even if like you were able to get it in like World War II's what the hell was it? It was if you were able to get it in World War II's starter map, not the cabin, the little sleepy towns.
Glad everyone saw me misspell infinite. Thank God.
But if you were
Thundergun does
even
in
if you were
fact
able
have
to,
infinite damage, but it has a range factor. So yeah, uh, Thundergun. Yeah, Thundergun has infinite damage.
I still say no.
You still say
Still,
no. It's true, dude.
I still think even if you were to take the Thunder Gun and shoot one of the other extremely high tier, like one of the like really high tier enemies, you would not be able to kill that high tier enemy.
What?
Like,
On what basis?
so
Uh, that's why Thundergun. Huh? Huh? You know.
so just so you know, the fact there technically none of the weapons, none of the things in it do infinite damage. As I said, it has a specified number, but that number could be so high that it seems infinite. Just like how insta kill does a shit ton more, like it's like 1,000 times. You've told me this.
Insta kill is
It does a
insta
lot
kill,
more,
except for Panzers, is what you're saying. It,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, but that would also apply for like guns and like wonder weapons. Ray guns aren't insta kill either, which is really which now that I'm thinking about it, the more I think about it, Shino Numa might I might have to drop that a little bit.
Why? Because Shino Numa, you can get to around 10,000.
No,
Then what? Why'd you say it like
no,
that?
same reason why I'm dropping Zetsubo.
Why?
I'm only dropping it by kind of one spot. One of the most annoying and one of the most annoying enemies that you could ever have in any game that cause slowness. More specifically, the webbed debuff. Fucking spiders.
In what way does Shino Numa have spiders?
Wait, Wait, Shino Numa doesn't have spiders?
It's Zetsubo, dude.
Oh, shit. Well, either way, I'm dropping Zetsubo down to, like, in front of Shino Numa, but A tier.
Whatever. Oh,
It's still one of my favorite maps.
Origins S tier question. Origins the best? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, we both went for Origins as the best.
All right. So, thank you. Origins is the best.
And-
Yippee!
And
All right.
Dead of the Night is the worst.
Fuck you, Dead of the Night. Origins! Yeah, maybe. I like how... Well, this was a bit of an optimistic outlook, because every rank, the further up you go, the more are in it, until S, but S is a tough nut to crack. S is a tough nut to crack. I do like how we can agree that a lot of the maps are great. None of them are really... Not a lot are... They're more phenomenally incredible, awesome... What a weird YouTube suggestion. There are more phenomenal, incredibly awesome maps than there are terribly awful, unplayable maps. And I'm glad...
I'm still salty about when we played Shadows of Evil, and I got the ray gun, and I died almost immediately to the Margwa.
That was, in fact, very funny. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I didn't do an intro, because if you wanted an intro, fuck you and kill yourself. Goodbye.